On today's Minute of the Apes, I realized when I asked everybody, hey, my wife says, what are we going to do with the podcast when Planet of the Apes is done? And I said, we're never going to be done with Planet of the Apes. And then Sean starts telling me how many more movies we have to go and how many more episodes we have of this movie. I'm going to be doing Planet of the Apes for the rest of my life.
My wife.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape! Exercise would an ape make a human down. It talks. We are the keepers of the divine bound. It is our only reason for survival. We are determined to know what the apes want, war or peace. The only good human is a dead human!
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, a daily podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies, 1 minute at a time. I'm Todd. It's Friday. I have got Richard and Sean.
You're at Zeus, Maine. That's why you might have heard a car zoom by or something.
That's right. So, you know what? Here it is. It's Friday. I always ask you this on Fridays. Richard, where are we?
We're at Zeus Comics. It is in Dallas, Texas. We are on the west side of Dallas, Texas, southwest side of Dallas. And you can find us online at ZeusComics.com. Tomorrow is New Comic Book Day, so I'm busy getting ready for that. And come and get some comic books or find us online. Yeah, it's so unexciting. Sorry, I'm so bored.
No, I want to say this.
Well, you know what? In a year or two, it won't matter because it won't be a New Comic Book Day at that point. But
yes, they are in downtown-ish Dallas. If you're in the Dallas area,
35 and inward.
I don't give a shit what part. I live in the northern Dallas area of a suburb. You can make your ass down here, and I'm telling you, will not be disappointed because I've looked at the comic stores up in that part of the Dallas area, and they suck.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
It is a beautiful store. If you cannot make it down, ZeusComics.com.
We won the Will Eisner Award in 2006.
You can order online.
Which is the highest award a comic book shop can win.
And I promise when Sean's not around, Richard's really nice.
Oh, I know.
I don't know what that means, but I thought it was funny.
You get Nala down here, a little JD or something like that, yeah.
Seriously, if you are in this area, come out. Even if you're driving that 30-minute drive that always seems to be if you're not. And when you live in this area, it's always 30 minutes from somewhere, right?
Right.
Drive to 30 minutes. What?
Did you see that? Did you see that meme that has the city of Dallas skyline and people in traffic, and it says, "Fun fact: Dallas is exactly 1 hour away from Dallas."
It's so funny because I have family that I said when you live in a big city, you're going to have suburb areas. I don't care if that's New York or San Francisco. You're going to have those. You're in that area. I don't live in Dallas, but I live in the Dallas area. Well, you don't live in Dallas. No, but damn it, that's part of the whole thing. And the truth is that even when you live in Dallas, it's an hour away from something you want to get to. It's a big-ass city.
I'm pretty sure every city has that same meme floating around. It doesn't matter whether it's Dallas or Oklahoma City. Well, maybe Oklahoma City. San Francisco, L.A., New York. I'm sure it's the same thing. But yeah.
Anyways, on minute 60.
Anyway, I want to say this again. If you live in the immediate area, less than an hour away, please come to Zeus.
Yeah.
You will not be disappointed.
Or email or whatever.
No, if you're an hour away, Richard doesn't want you.
We have people who drive from Waco and Waxahachie.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Come in for book clubs, all that kind of stuff.
Seriously.
Yeah.
People drive to come to the store.
That's awesome.
I mean, we ain't no Buc-ee's, but, we're on our way there.
If you can start getting the Buc-ee's, oh my God, what is that crap that's almost kind of like puff
corn
popcorn.
pops or whatever.
What are they called? Bucky nuts or nuts Bucky.
They're just corn puffs. Aren't they like
everybody gets
sugar
it, and I'm
smacks? Aren't they sugar smacks?
Yes, it tastes like shit.
I don't understand Buc-ee's.
They have clean bathrooms.
I don't get that. I don't understand the
They just have that big crystal that's like the not a diamond, but it looks like a pink crystal. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No.
Is it Buc-ee's?
Yeah, it's like you
Is
walk
it the
in.
Skeksis live there, and they drain it of its power to stay young?
Oh, wait, that we
So
get back
for-
into
I
that.
know.
We really need to stop for a second. For those of you that are listening to this podcast that don't live in Texas, Buc-ee's is a monstrosity of
gas station.
of a gas station / convenience store that literally when you
treats
drive
inside
upon
of it.
It's a fucking city.
it is. You drive upon it, and any one
It's
of
got
them
crystals, literally like
has-
crystals in there to buy or whatever.
And they possibly got at each one at least 30 gas pumps in it. The big
like
ones
for
my God, they'll have
18-wheelers and stuff. Yeah.
Their first claim to fame was that they had really, really nice restrooms, and they kind of built upon that and built a brand on it. And it is, you can see bumper stickers and T-shirts. I have friends whose families will just drive down to Buc-ee's, even though it's like 2 hours away.
They just built a new one. So I live in Allen. Just north of that is Melissa, which is one of the new places
I
that
thought
are.
that was Oklahoma, just north of you.
Oh my God, you bore me. It's just like can. It's the same fucking joke every time. I love you, but anyway, they just built one in Melissa. And I think, who the fuck's coming to it? But it's literally, it's
it's
about
the
20
people
minutes
from
down the
Oklahoma.
road from me. And it's just, oh my God, I drive by and it's fucking swamped.
Yes.
It's like,
Holy
why do you
shit.
want to visit a gas station?
I don't
just
get
to-
it. It's like the same people
Why
that
is
like Big Bang Theory.
Well, they're
Thank
just
you
stupid.
so much, everybody. So in between this week, we talk a bit about people recommend things. As a geek, you must have liked Big Bang Theory. No, I didn't at all. Did you like watching your parents have sex? No, you didn't. It's the same kind of thing.
It's blackface for nerds. That's all it is.
I'm pretty sure we said this in an in-between at some point, but I will periodically, more when it was on, more than now, I would have somebody walk in on a weekend and go, I just stepped into the Big Bang Theory.
And you
I
went,
feel like I'm on the
leave
set of Big
this
Bang
house.
Theory. Now, I'm sure it was a funny show. I watched a couple episodes. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Right.
And so I really didn't get into it, but the comparisons can be a little bit annoying.
It gets old, and I think that anybody listening to this probably errs on the side of a little bit of geekdom. And you get tired. You may enjoy the show, but after a while you're like, oh, are you like Sheldon? No, fuck off.
Yeah, I hear that.
No, I'm not.
I mean, I suppose if I had like magically discovered Buc-ee's because I really had to pee and they had a really nice restroom and I got some nice yogurt, maybe I'd start going back there on my frequent trips to Austin to visit my family and it'd become a thing. But to have it kind of thrust upon me, I'm like, I don't get it, guys. It's a convenience store.
I take my kid there all the time because she likes it. Like when we go to archery tournaments, when I go to South by Southwest, I usually stop simply because I know that's where a bathroom is. And the bathrooms are ungodly clean for this kind of thing. And literally, we talk about how many gas stalls they have. Their bathrooms, they have twice as many. You walk in, it is like a fleet of bathrooms. And it will tell you, it will say these bathrooms are clean like every 30 minutes. And outside of each one, they have an antibacterial the spread that you can put on your hands. It's freakishly clean.
I don't typically go to businesses for their restrooms in such a way that it's.
I do, Richard. I'm a connoisseur
nice
of fine
pisser.
bathrooms.
Let's go do work there. Yeah.
I mean, when I gotta go, I'll drop back behind the Texaco and pull it out and whip pee right there. I don't need.
I'm glad you said pee. That's all I wanted.
All right, kiddies. Uncle Richard is going a little blue, and this is not an in-between, so I promise he goes too far.
Should we talk about this minute?
So at some point, we got to talk about it. All right.
Hey, here we go. Buc-ee's has a picture of a beaver outside.
And how are you going to get out of this one?
And we talk about apes, so here we go. It's minute 60 of Planet Escape from Planet Apes. Richard, Richard, I'm panicking.
I'll do it.
Sean, tell us what's going on.
We're going to start minute 60 with Zero finishing her sentence, a natural death, and ends with Zero saying, no, the living. Okay.
Sean's going to start acting out these moments now.
See, now Sean jumped all over me before and was like, did we do it?
I was going to help you out.
I was just leaving you hanging.
All right.
Enjoying. All right, let's take a listen to minute 60 of Escape from Planet of the Apes.
When they died a natural death.
And humans too, of course.
Yes. As they were made available.
Available?
Guerrillas hunted them for sport with nets and with guns. The survivors were put in cages. The army used some of them for target practice. We could take our scientific pick of the rest.
And in the interest of science, you dissected, removed, and statistically compared
Bones, muscles, tendons, veins, arteries, kidneys, livers, hearts, stomachs, reproductive organs, nails, tongues, eyes, noses, nervous systems, the various reflexes.
Reflexes of the dead?
Oh, no, of the living.
And as minute 60, we're finally into our 1 hour point. We have a planet's worth of humans, 2 living apes, 1 who's pregnant, and 1 dead ape. And we still have not gotten Ricardo damn Montalban from the opening credits.
He ain't lying. Star of the motherfucking movie has not shown up yet.
Well, it wasn't. Okay, technically, he's an and. Is he not?
And means he's part of the movie.
Now, I don't know,
Holy
but
crap. For
that
all of you out
means
there
he's
right
a
now that are
big
turned
part of
down
the
because
movie.
Sean's screaming, I'm really sorry. Sean's usually so loud that when I compress him and bring him up.
Are we talking about Luke Skywalker at this point? I mean, what's going on?
I mean,
Where is he?
Let's fast forward to 2019. Who do people know? Roddy McDowell and Ricardo Montalban.
There you
Well,
go.
okay, let's be fair. I'm trying to find whoa. Hey.
What's going on?
When you pull up the full cast on Internet Movie Database, Ricardo Montalban does not even come as there it is one of the immediate. You have to see more casts. So that was
he's
that was
more.
1971,
Uh-huh.
and up till 1971, I'm gonna go over some of these. Holy shit!
I mean, and just to get a little age stuff, I'm 1972 that I was born. You're 1971?
We don't talk about that.
And you're like
66.
1970, 1920, whatever.
There it is again. So basically, up until this point, he'd done his stuff like Lloyd Bridges' show, The Untouchables, Greatest Show on Earth, The Defenders. Man from U.N.C.L.E.,
Where
Dr.
is
Kildare. I mean, he was at least known. His Star Trek appearance was 1967 on
Yeah,
the
so
famous
people
episode
know
of
who
Space
he
Seed.
is.
He'd been on Mission Impossible. I'm trying to see if he had like a smash hit before
Had they
this.
started Fantasy Island? No, that
No,
was like
no.
76 or something like that.
He'd been on Gunsmoke. So he at least, at the very
He's
least
known.
of these people, he was known as somewhat of a character actor.
But we still have not gotten to him yet. He's in the credits, not him yet.
And in the pre-pro minutes, Richard, you weren't here when Sean asked me. He said, I don't want you to answer, but I'm curious to know if he appears in the rest of the films. So Sean at least has that question.
I don't
Ricardo
know.
Montalban?
Yeah,
so
so we're not answering that.
His character at some point is going to show up. What I don't know is his character going to be maintained in 4 and 5 episodes movies?
Well,
I have no answer for you.
And
have
Nala
to just wait
is
for it and
snoring
get
so
there.
loud.
I know.
I don't know if that's being. Hey, everybody, be real quiet.
Hang on a second. I'm going to move the mic
We're
down there.
doing the Nala sound.
Hang on.
Of course, she stopped
She's not
just as we
snoring
were doing
anymore.
this. Yeah.
She's like, I'm on to you guys.
Uh-huh.
I know what you're doing.
Nala.
Trust me.
I woke her up.
All right.
I giggled so much that I woke her up. She never snored.
As
for me.
Way to
much
wake
fu-
up the dog.
As much fun as we had just putting this the mic in front of her face, I have done that with a camera so I could record it to show JJ this is how loud she snores because she snores like you used to. Anyways,
I'm not going to put that away.
oh
I'm
no,
gonna cut that
I
out.
want all this. I want everything in this.
JJ, I promise I'm trying to take care of you and protect you.
All right, so anyways.
so we basically are at the end of the week.
talk about the
We've
minutes.
got everybody out there. It's been a crazy recording session. So thank you for bearing with us as 12 minutes barely got us today. So let's talk about. So we dissect apes after a natural death. Is that
Yeah.
not just an autopsy?
As they were made available, yeah.
yeah.
We should talk about the fact that she said okay, and humans too, of course, as they're made available. We actually get a couple of cuts, and it's in the script. We get a couple of cuts of the previous movie, right? The first one.
Yeah.
So
That was kind of nice.
and they're kind of done in sepia tone kind of thing. I really popped in there quickly. I think it's a really cool idea. Especially
finally
perhaps
getting
if you've never seen the
the
films.
first ones. Yeah.
Now you get a feeling for them. When we started the second one, we started with a little bit of regression towards the first one. So we actually set the table with what had already been done. So for them to bring them back like this, pretty cool little way to do it. Except that technically Zira should have no visual recollection of what's occurred at that point.
And this is what I had,
What do you mean she has no visual recollection?
Well, she wasn't a part of the scene when they go and hunt the humans.
She wasn't on part of the hunt.
So she technically shouldn't have that. I mean, technically she shouldn't have that.
But that
visual
doesn't mean she
recall.
wouldn't know about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but all I'm saying is if you're going to visual recall and have a character